You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
All right, guys, welcome to the Swingdom. We're going to be talking about the USGA Championship. Bryson DeChambeau crushes it. Got nothing happening until the Masters. Yeah.
I almost agree with you. Oh, I'm so close.
I'm just like, you have no idea how much protein powder I ordered. Like, I've ordered so much protein powder, and I've got a new swing technique where I only swing with one arm.
Oh, that's a good one.
But like so I got the club in my right arm, and I bring it behind me, and then what I do is I start the movement with my left arm to create momentum, and then I come through and I just whoosh, just like it's almost like a tennis swing, but for golf, and I can get the ball speed up to like 219.
Wow,
that's all made up.
It's absolutely made up.
It's absolutely that is fiction. It's not nonfiction.
It's not nonfiction.
All right.
Ugh. It's one of them days.
It's like the first day of fall. Well, yesterday was technically the first day of fall, wasn't it?
Yes.
And it just feels like it. Like the weather just dropped. Like it's just the way it is. It's all that good stuff. Like it's the first day in like 3 months. It's raining here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the weather clears up for your hike.
Yeah. Oh, that's a funny. We went to go get so Devonvale Bakery, a local bakery to here. Mm-hmm. They were like, we're gonna donate some snacks to you guys. Sorry, I had coffee already. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm like, we're gonna donate some snacks to you guys. So me and Soundman Dan go to pick up the snacks. Mm-hmm. And Dan like backs up to the loading dock and like opens the back of his Discovery.
Thinking you're getting pallets of snacks.
Thinking we're getting like all the snacks, like just like, and they come out, and she's wonderful. Her name is Lauren. She's fantastic. But she just comes out. She's like, so here are your samples. I mean, here are our donations. And I was just like, and she hands me 2 boxes. Like, you know when you're in the granola, like the granola bar aisle.
Yeah.
And it's like the boxes, and you open the box up, and then the bars are for individual sale. So there's like 10 boxes. There's 10 bars in each box.
Right.
She just like hands me 2 of those. And I just like look at Dan, and Dan looks at me, and she looks at like the back of the car, and she's just like, oh. And we were just like, no, thank you. Like, thank you for your donation. Anything helps.
Actually, I have this clicker that opens my trunk, and I accidentally hit it getting out.
Yeah,
so
like,
my bad.
No, I have a sound man, and he likes opening up the boot to his disco, and we thought we'd just sit here and wait for you. We weren't expecting a whole pallet.
Yeah, we were gonna sit in the trunk.
Yeah. So we looked pretty stupid, but I think I ate half the donation on the way home.
Well, there goes that. How was it? Was it good?
They're really good. Yeah, they're
good.
called Just Bars. They're really good. They're like really, really good granola bars. But Dan was like, you need to save some of this for the trip. And I was just like, no, they're not going to last 5 days. They're not lasting a full week. It's not happening. All right. So that's what happened this morning. I ate a bunch of granola bars. And then Starbucks was closed because they're trying to get their new software working. So that was upsetting. So it was a win-win kind of morning, just not for me.
Right. That's so funny.
Are you ready to talk about the golf tournament? You ready?
Yeah, I actually have some cool news.
I need you to have cool news because
I have news, and then we're going to talk about the Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship.
I thought it was club and resort.
It's resort and club.
It's not club and resort?
It's not even resort and spa. No spa involved.
What do you do? Is it like a nightclub?
I guess.
Or look, is it like a gentleman's club? Like, is it near an airport?
No, it's not.
All
but
right,
can
ready?
I tell you?
I'm pressing the button.
All right.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey guys, welcome to the Swing to I am Ben Ridner. I have a golf handicap. I almost just said, hi, I'm Ben Ridner and I'm handicapped, but I didn't. That would have been a bit too easy for everybody out there to just jump on. So I have a golf handicap. I'm here with Gunnar. He is also handicapped at golf.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Quite
not
a bit
laughing at
more
I'm just
recently.
laughing at how broken my brain. I'm not laughing at anybody with any sort of disability. That's not what this is. I'm just laughing at how words in my brain sometimes come out. We both use golf clubs when we play golf. Agreed?
Thank God.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, perfect. How are you doing this week, Gunnar?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm still recovering from the US Open.
Oh,
Yes, I called it the
still?
correct name. I understand why you would hesitate. I think
yeah.
I feel
was a little taken aback.
I feel a bit like Matt Wolf this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
just getting railed
Just
in the
pl-
biggest tournament of your life.
Just +5, just +5 on day 4, and everybody else is sort of playing even, and you're just like, yeah.
You feel like you had a 2-shot lead going into the last day of
It was mine.
one of the biggest majors.
This week was mine
and
to
you
win.
got lapped by 8 strokes.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Oh, did you get? Oh, okay. No. I didn't realize that every other hole you were gonna beat me. I just thought you were gonna beat me on every. Didn't think you were gonna beat me at all.
Right.
Yeah. So we've got news this week. The only news I saw a bit of news. I thought this was cool. Will Zalatoris
Yes.
came in tied 6th in the USGA Championship.
Yes.
And he made more money in his tied 6th than he made in like a year and a half on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
like
those
that.
mini tours, they don't
It's not
pay
the
out
mini
that
tour;
much.
it's the development tour.
Well, it's a mini tour.
It's the development tour.
It's the Corn Ferry Tour.
Yeah, it's not the Cactus Tour. Mention, good job, got it in there.
Got it in.
You know what I mean? Like
Mug Dad would be proud.
You go from the mini tours. You go from the mini tours to the Corn Ferry Tour, to KFT, which used to be the Nationwide Tour, which used to be Web.com Tour. And then instead of Q School. Yeah, it used to be Q School, yeah. And then instead of Q School, you use that to get onto the tour. So, but there's just such a difference. I think it's the same, right? Between the G League.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be called the D League, the Developmental League.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gatorade got it, so they called it the G League. Yeah. So
I like the sound of the G League, actually.
Yeah, I do too. It sounds cool. But he crushed it. Tied 6, makes more money than everybody else on tour makes in a year. And and he's doing all right. The other thing I saw, you see the Mike Davis thing?
Yeah, I was gonna. You told me you wanted all the news, and now you're saying all the news.
Well, no, I just saw it. I figured you'd go in depth.
Oh, I'm not going in depth. But yes, Mike Davis, CEO of the USGA, announces that he's stepping down at the end of 2021 and is pursuing his passion in golf course design and architecture. Sure. Sayonara.
How many courses do you think he'll design?
4.
Okay. Because the thing is like Mike Davis is known for being the guy who makes the USGA Championship too hard.
Yeah.
Like he's the face of that. So when the players go, this is impossible, like an amateur golfer wouldn't be able to break 150.
Mike Davis is off in the corner just snickering.
Yeah, Mike Davis is the one laughing, going, got him. Like when Phil putted the moving ball, like he basically said, Mike Davis, this is like, you got me good.
When Phil turns around after putting a moving ball and gives a thumbs up to the atmosphere, Mike Davis is just somewhere giving a thumbs up right back.
It's just like Mr. Burns, like, ha ha ha. You're just like, oh,
That's right.
okay. Smithers.
I love it.
Make
Well,
the
speaking
courses
of-
harder, Smithers.
Speaking of hard courses, Danny Lee, man of the people, with his 6-putt on 18
Oh my God.
after the Saturday round, comes out and apologizes.
You can't even call it a 6. Like it's not a 6-putt on 18. It's a 6-putt from 4 feet.
Yeah, he comes out and apologizes for his behaviors and said, I didn't take it seriously, and that's not how I should be, and I don't accept this apology because it's totally unnecessary, because
No.
we've all been there, and it's okay, Danny Lee. From
No,
us
this
at the
is-
Swingdom,
This is
you're
when
good.
this is when Mike Davis comes out and apologizes to Danny Lee while snickering.
No.
Like,
Yeah. Sorry.
like this is my like. Do you think he's going to design anything that will be tour quality?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think he'll design a few private courses and call it. Yeah.
Call it
Well,
a day.
now call it a day. Speaking of golf course design, yesterday, Paynes Valley opened.
Yeah.
This is Tiger Woods' public course that he's opened up in honor of Payne Stewart in the land of Payne Stewart's youth.
Is it Indiana? No.
Something like it's somewhere.
It's,
I can't remember.
thank
I
you.
actually thought it
It's
was
somewhere.
it's in a location. Anyways, to kick
Missouri.
off,
It's in Hollister, Missouri.
in
Missouri? Did you say Missouri or do you say Missouri?
Missouri.
Yeah, I say Missouri, but I just like saying Missouri because that's what people from Missouri say.
They say to Missouri.
We're from Missouri.
It don't make sense to me.
Hollister, Missouri.
Hollister, Missouri.
We're
Anyways,
right next to Abercrombie and Fitch, Illinois.
anyways, what they
Sorry, that was
Tiger Woods
terrible.
kicked it off properly with the Paynes Valley Cup, which was
yeah.
a little exhibition match between Tiger Woods and Justin Thomas versus Rory McIlroy and Justin Rose. Tiger Woods and JT were favored
To win?
to win, and they did.
Okay.
It went to. It went to.
They were favored.
They were favored. Anyways, they won closest to the whole tiebreaker after being all squared up. It was a little mix of 4-ball, stroke play, match play. So that was pretty cool. You got to see they have a 19th hole that is actually a little golf hole into a waterfall. I guess it sits down there's a waterfall behind the hole, and there's a little island green that sits down in the little lake area.
Oh, cool.
It's about 150 yards. Anyways, they took some ceremonial cracks at it. Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, they took some cracks at it there for the opening. And
Wait,
I guess
is that like the 18th hole at like a crazy golf course? Where like you hit it onto the green and then you can't actually get it back?
No, you can go to it.
No, okay.
It's more of like a closest to the hole bit.
No, I get that. You do it closest to the hole bit with your buddies, and then like there's somebody out there just like sweeping the ball into a bucket, and that bucket goes in the pro shop where they sell the balls for $1 each.
That's right. That could be what they do. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so that could be it.
It's just like on a ramp. So if it doesn't go in the hole, it just like slides down into a bucket, and those like shift to the pro shop.
That's right.
You can't take your golf balls with you.
No. And I guess speaking of Gary Player, this is the last bit of news. Avid, he referred to himself as a tree hugger, so I'll do the same. But avid conservationist Gary Player, he is out there advocating right now for not cutting down trees on golf courses and maintaining them to be tree lined, and just letting the trees grow, and that changes the structure of the course rather than changing the actual topography, if you will.
No, and I'm for that. Like I'm when you build a golf course, you have to build it for the future, and that future has to be a few hundred years.
Right, and how big are these trees going to grow, and how wide do they come out into the fairways?
The thing is, like, at least 50 years, because that's when you get a mature tree.
Right, and
So,
I guess he's not saying don't cut down dying trees because they might hurt somebody when they fall down. But
he's saying when you build a golf course, you should have basically like several ecosystems, and one of them should be like a wooded ecosystem.
Well, and his opinion is that all the best courses are tree lined, so don't run away from that. Let the trees' growth adjust the course and make it harder as needed, which I totally agree with.
Yeah,
because you know what's going to stop a ball? You know what's going to stop Bryson DeChambeau's ball?
Trees.
A tree.
Big old trees.
Tree. Yeah, if he can't carry a big line of trees, then you've.
It's gonna have to be a sequoia because pretty soon every other tree is just gonna knock over. He's just gonna knock it
just
over.
A giant redwood.
I turned on my Twitter yesterday, and the first thing I saw was Bryson DeChambeau's face as the Hulk. And Matt Wolf's face on Thor. And like they run into that warehouse, and Matthew Wolf is like holding the U.S. Open trophy, and like the Hulk just punches him, and he just like flies away. And I was like, I get that that's on point, but that hurts. That's too soon. Like that really hurts.
Who put that out?
It was. I think it was Instagram. I think it was like For Golf, like FORE Golf. We'll share it.
Yeah,
we'll get the share on that. It was hilarious, but it hurt my heart a little bit.
Yeah, that's all I got for the news.
Yeah,
it's actually the news is more exciting than the golf tournament for me right now. You know, 2 weeks ago at the Safeway Open, you said that this felt like an alternate event, and I adamantly disagreed with you. I have to admit, I'm with you on this. This feels like an alternate.
I haven't said no. This isn't. This is a real event.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm just saying that to be argumentative. No, yeah, this is again one of those things where I'm like, but yeah, and if you're not going to call the Safeway Open an alternate event, you have to call you now have to call the Safeway Open an alternate event because this is the same thing.
This actually feels more like a destination tournament to me.
It is, and I love that it's. Like, I just
we got to get out there.
The only thing it's missing is a hurricane. It needs a hurricane. I want 80-mile-an-hour winds on the course.
That on them.
Not like a hurricane. I wish a hurricane. I wish a hurricane stays out to sea, and then drifts further out to sea, and nobody gets injured, and everybody is wonderful, and fish like get scared of the hurricane and jump into fishing boats, and everybody has a very lucrative day.
Sure.
Like everywhere. That's wonderful. That's what I'm about. I'm a people person. You don't give a man a fish, you teach a man to fish. That's something I've heard before.
You're here to please.
But even beyond that, you teach the fish to jump in the boats.
That would be better, actually.
Yeah. That's what I'm, yeah. Jump in the nets. You don't give a man a fish, you don't teach a man to fish. You teach the fish how to jump in the nets.
You teach the fish how to give up themselves.
Yeah, you teach them fish to be like, I'm real sorry, sir. I know you're hungry, and your hunger is more important than my swimming. So I'm just gonna swim into your net.
Little finger guns at the fish, and you go bang, and they go okay.
Oh,
I'm dead now.
Yeah, it's the only. It'd be easier than fish in a. You just put a barrel on the dock, and all the fish jump into the barrel, and it'd be a whole new meaning on shooting fish in a barrel.
Right.
No.
All right. Let's move on.
All right. So I think everybody is still sort of reeling from the USGA championship.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike Dyer. Mike. Is that his name?
Sure.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
No. What's his name?
You tell me.
That's what I'm doing right now. His name is Mike.
Mike.
His name is Mike Davis. Sorry. Mike Davis. I think he is retired. Yeah, I think he's retiring because Bryson is like he just tore him up.
Yeah. You think
I think
the new CEO is going to follow in his path, try and make it harder, or do you think they'll not live up to it and make it too easy?
No, I think harder. I think it's going to be harder because I think Mike Davis basically retired because he now has to spend 12 months going. Anybody who's got his position, they're spending the next 12 months going, so what about Bryson? We know you're going to make the course hard for everybody, but are you going to make it hard for Bryson too?
Right.
And he's just going to be like, we make it hard. We make it hard. Get this guy out of here. You get this guy out of my press conference.
We get one more U.S. Open with him, so we'll see the adjustments he makes.
I hope he crushes Bryson. I hope he just like puts a net on the left-hand side at like 100 yards. And anybody who goes left just hits a net and it falls down.
He's just gonna make it one of those superintendent revenge. That's what the U.S. Open is gonna be.
Well, if you ever played, you've played where is it? The Manor. It's up north. It's just before you get to like
Bristow Manor.
Yeah, Bristow Manor. And on one, there's like a net to the right.
Yes.
And you're like, why is there a net? And then you hit the net and you're like,
oh,
that's why there's a net. So you hit it, and then there's a bunch of brambles underneath it, and you want to go like, it'd be one thing like if it was just like a net, and then you sort of had to like hit out and around the net. But no, there's a net, and then there's like a palace of thorns.
Right.
And so you have to re-hit because it's a lost ball.
Yeah,
because as you're walking by, as you're walking by, you see 1,000 lost golf balls in those brambles. It's not fun. It's not. Yeah. So I just want to do that. I just want to put nets up in places.
I like it.
Or you can do something. You can fly in mature trees with a helicopter like they do on Christmas in Rockefeller Center.
Yes. Just dump trees in the middle of fairways.
Just not dump trees. I mean, you still sort of like make them look pretty and like
put Christmas trees.
But you basically just like, no. We're gonna put like another 30 trees on the course, and they're like, okay, where are you gonna plant them? And it's like, who said anything about planting trees? You just have like 10 Chinooks bringing like 5 trees each.
I love it.
This is why nobody lets me design golf tournaments.
No, your ideas are absolutely terrible.
Because if somebody was like, no, you can't do that, I'd be like,
them.
You just spent $50 million at Pinehurst number 2. You're letting me spend $10 million on this tournament.
Right, just this one tournament.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we have to talk about golf. Do you want to do the read first? This is supposed to be a preview show. I feel like we're going long already because I'm just being ridiculous.
Well, we'll get through the preview very quickly. I promise.
Okay. Are we doing a read? You want to do a read?
Yeah, do a read.
All right. We'll do a fast read because I can't really think of anything.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Just go get your hearing tested.
732-888-9000.
Yeah, +1. If you're near New Jersey, if you like golf, if you can't hear very well, but you want to hear a little bit better, the holidays are coming up. Golf stuff. Use the code word golf. Check out Belltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. Call them up +1 732-888-9000. Get yourself a free hearing test. Use the code word golf. Get your hearing tested.
Now.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Cana.
I think that was the best one yet.
Yeah. This could go one of two ways, right? It could go, we just get to keep making up these reads.
Yeah.
Or Belltone's going to call us and say, look, more effort or no effort. You pick.
Or they'll just send us something, and then we'll complain about.
Yeah,
they'll send us something, and what we'll do, like Tony does, we'll just complain about the grammar.
Yeah, right. Be like, I appreciate you trying, but
yes, yeah,
there should be a comma here.
There are a lot of ellipses in here. How long am I supposed to pause for?
Right. Do you have a time value per dot?
It says thoughtfully in parentheses. Did I say that thoughtfully? So it is the Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort Championship.
Yes. We'll stick with that. That's close enough.
I just want to hit my head with a hammer.
Yep. The
very lightly, just enough
to tap it.
Yeah.
This is the third annual Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship. The name's way too long. Change it. It's held at Corrales Golf Club in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Are they putting the money up for it? Is that why the name is like ridiculous?
Yeah.
Because
I think it's just them hosting it.
Like, so normally you'd be like, it's the Masters at Augusta National, right?
Yes.
Or you would be like, it's the USGA Championship at Winged Foot.
Hosted by Winged Foot, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to say, every time you mention it, this is the Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort Championship at Corrales' Punta Cana Club and Resort.
In the Dominican Republic.
In the Dominican, which course are they playing on? There must be several.
I think there's one.
Yeah, they're playing on the Punta Cana Corrales Club and Championship Resort Club course.
Sure, of course. It's a par 72. There's $3 million in the purse up for grabs, and the winner gets a hefty 300 FedEx Cup points.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm so excited to have won the Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort Championship trophy. It's very excited to be the Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort Championship champion. The Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort has been very, very good to me at this championship at the Corrales Punta Cana Club and Championship Course Club and Resort. Thank you. If I was press there, I would make every person on the podium say it 5 times.
Look,
my question would just be like, can you say the name of this tournament 5 times fast?
It's kind of like we say Bryson DeChambeau instead of just saying Bryson.
After the third person, like the PGA press guy would just be like, no, Ben. No. I'd be like, I'm doing it. Can you please say the name of this championship 3 times fast?
That's right. Your defending champion is Graham McDowell.
Sorry, Matt Kuchar, that wasn't fast enough. Can you do it 3 more times?
3 more times. All right, so
my second question would be, how much do you think Matt Kuchar's going to pay his caddy?
Not a whole lot.
He didn't win this last year, did he?
No, I just said Graham McDowell won this last year.
Oh, okay. I did know that. And by know that, I mean I read that 10 minutes ago and then had too much fun saying the name of the championship.
Right.
The Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort Championship winner of last year's Punta Cana Corrales Club and Resort Championship trophy was Graham McDowell, who very happily won the Corrales Punta Cana. Gunner's like, I've work to get to at some point. Can you stop saying it?
And that concludes our breakdown of the Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship.
What do you want to call it this week? You just want to call it the PC Championship?
Oh, I'm just calling it the Corrales. That's
the Corrales. Okay, good.
All right. Write down the Corrales. Yeah, I guess, do you want to get into some picks? There's really not much to say about this. It's in the Dominican Republic. Most of your players are U.S. players. You have 5 Dominican players.
Yeah.
I guess that's something. And their lone amateur in the field is, I believe, the national amateur championship.
Yeah.
For the Dominican Republic. So
what's the name of that?
The Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Amateur Championship
in the Dominican Republic. Yes.
No, and I apologize if it sounds like we're demeaning this championship. It's a very long name, and we not much is given about this tournament, so we are working with made-up information.
I'm not demeaning it. I'm not either. No. I'm excited by it, and like I said, I think if the tournament name is this long, everybody should have to say it 5 times fast.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's fun. So,
Yeah.
and I do like, it does feel like an alternate event to me, like I said, but I do like these destination, um, these destination tournaments. You know, they go to Japan or they go to Thailand or they go to here in the Dominican Republic.
No, and the only reason I'm sort of making,
I like those.
Yeah, the only reason I'm sort of making a point of the name is because normally it would be like the Dominican Republic Championship.
Right, hosted by the Corrales.
Corrales.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. No, presented by Corrales, hosted at the Corrales Punta Cana. So you don't have to call it that. You just basically that it's at the club and resorts, but you would just call it like the DR Championship.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you would call it. So I just think it's sort of strange that they just decided to call the host course the host resort, and probably like the presented, like the main sponsor is the name of the championship.
I'm with you. All right, you want to get to some picks?
Sure. If you pick Doc Redman,
he's not in the field.
I was gonna pick him, and then I was like, I bet he's not even playing.
He's not playing. He's too good.
Yep.
He's winding down.
All right. Do I get to pick first, or do you get to pick first?
I will pick first. And you already talked about him a little bit. Finished T6 at the U.S. Open. I'm going to go with Will Zalatoris.
That's very, very, very cool. He is a real up-and-coming golfer. He's going to be on tour next year, if not most of this year. Was it this year? I think it is. He will be on tour for most of 2021.
Yes.
And he will be a name that we say a lot. He's pretty much like he is the favorite for Rookie of the Year. Yes. Hands down, stud, college golfer, doing really well on the Korn Ferry Tour. I was thinking about going with last year's winner.
Yeah.
But I decided against that because I know you're going to do that next.
We'll see.
We'll see. And I am going to pick somebody who played really well last week. He played really well a few weeks before that. He is a good golfer. Mm-hmm. He's not American.
No?
Nope. His name is Mackenzie Hughes.
That's a good pick.
That's my pick.
You know, Mackenzie Hughes is always in contention. But a few times, we've seen him as our Man of the People candidate for the week. So it's pretty up and down. But I think this is a really good tournament for him.
That's why I was so specific in the weeks he played well.
Right. I think this is a really good tournament for him to play well and not flounder, especially, with a course that's not tour championship quality or US Open quality. This is a regular event, which is where he plays his best. My next pick, I'm gonna go. He placed top 10 at the Safeway Open, and I think this course is kind of gonna match that style of play a little bit, and I think he has a good shot to top 10 again and possibly top 3. Hopefully win, I guess, because I like the points. But I'm gonna go with Sam Burns.
Ooh, that was my next pick.
Got him.
You got him. I was gonna say a few other guys as well, but I was definitely gonna say Sam Burns. Look, you know me, I sort of do the eye test, and I go horses for courses. Mm-hmm. This guy won twice in the same year. I want to say 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He is a golfer. I believe he's also English. I think I'm going with like a majoritively English roster.
Are you?
No, I'm sorry. He's Australian. He's Australian. I'm going with Matt Jones.
Oh, Matt Jones.
A little bit older. Not really one of the young guns who's really firing on tour, but he has done really well here in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I think when you talk about horses for courses, this is one of those courses that needs a horse.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think you can bomb and gouge, but I also think that you can play really smart golf here and still come out strokes ahead of everybody else in the end.
Yeah.
So on that same note, my next player is going to be a really good course fit for this particular course. Has played well in the past, has a win, and is top 50 in the World Golf Rankings right now, I believe, even though they kind of reset.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Corey Connors as my
okay.
final pick.
All right. I like that as a pick. I've sort of like, he was not on my list. I have 4 guys still on my list, so I'm just going to pick all 4 of them.
I like these tournaments where you're not getting all 4 of them, but I like these tournaments.
I almost snuck that in there.
No, you didn't. I like these tournaments where you and I differ so much on who we think could win. It's not like these major events where everything gets pretty chalky and you really know who's going to ahead of time.
I think that, like, as much as I loved watching the playoffs, when we were talking about the playoffs, it just ended up being so chalky.
Right.
And when I didn't go chalky, it hurt me. But when I did, like, when you do go chalky, you just crush it. Right. I'm going to tell you the 3 guys who I'm not picking.
Okay.
Because that's more fun. One of them top 10 at the Safeway Open. Didn't play last week. I think he's got a real chance to do something good here. James Hahn. We talked about him a few weeks ago. I think I didn't pick him for the Safeway Open, but he was like one of the first players I recognized in, like, when we did the Safeway Open, and I think he did we top 20 10 and I was like, he's the first person I had heard of.
Oh, right.
At the Safeway Open. I was like, not like literally, but sort of like in the top sort of like OWGR. I was like, this isn't going anywhere. I'm really interested to see what Emiliano Grillo does.
Oh, yes.
He did not play in the USGA Championship, but he's working with Chris Como now, Tiger Woods' biomechanics coach.
Yeah.
So he stayed in Punta Cana and he's working with him. I know he was a stud young player. I'm interested to see if that's changed. That's going to be just something I'm watching. And then, sorry, let me just pull up my notes again. No, it is fun. So I'm going with I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check this on the computer real quick. Oh no, I did not think he was, but he is. He is American. And I'm going with Adam Long.
He is on my list.
He is on your list, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
it doesn't feel like I'm going with the young guns.
No. But that's okay.
Yeah. I feel like you're going with a bit more of the young guns.
Yeah. Youth movement. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I like the youth movement, especially in these events where you don't have like the giant names. I think this is really a tournament for, those newer or younger, maybe even possibly forgotten players to shine and remind everybody like, hey, we're good too.
Well, that's what I like about Adam Long, because he won last year. He won the Desert Classic. Mm-hmm. So, like, I feel like he's somebody who just wants to be there to play golf.
Yeah. And he's good enough to hang with everybody else. Yeah,
he's got his 2-year exemption. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how well he did at the USGA Championship, but he must have played there, didn't he? Oh, tied 41. Is this the 2019 PGA Championship?
That would have been last year's, yeah.
Yeah, so tied 41 last year. So, not terrible.
No.
Doing good.
Some other players that I had on my list were Denny McCarthy. I'm a big fan of his.
I know you're a big fan, yeah.
Luke List and Pat Perez, who also have a shot this week.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's
Yeah.
going to be pretty fun. Do you have a long shot for this week?
My long shot, it's up to you, but it's basically me Graham McDowell top tens.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Because is he alive? Is he even in this tournament this year?
Well,
is he still in Ireland? I should probably check to see if he's playing first, shouldn't I?
we should probably find out if he's playing in this tournament because you've been known to pick people who didn't
Yes,
show
he
up.
is playing.
All right, there you go.
He had a tough U.S. Open.
Yes. He was one of those players in the U.S. Open, like Ricky Fowler, that you were like, oh, yeah, he is still playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I like that. So my long shot is actually the amateur. And tell me if this is fair, but the amateur, Marcel Oliveras, amateur from the Dominican Republic, makes the cut at this tournament.
Okay. I mean,
does that sound fair to you?
No, because it doesn't. Because like I know when they do the Jamaica Open, they play it at one of like my blue Puma hat that I always wear.
Yeah.
I got that at Cinnamon Hill, which is where they do it.
Right.
And I believe they get sort of like they get an amateur, but then they also have like they try to get Jamaican golfers in there.
Right.
And,
yeah. There's 5 Dominican players in total playing in this tournament.
Yeah. And the amateur is usually like the club champion who plays there twice a day.
Of the club. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm sure that this amateur is really good, but if they're hosting a PGA Tour event here, it's got to be his home course. He's won the amateur championship at this course.
Right.
And good luck to him.
So making the cuts fair?
Yeah, making the cuts fair. I'll give that to you as a long shot. I mean, I know it's hard enough, but I mean, how many times do amateurs make the cut? Almost never.
Right. I mean, we had 7 in the U.S. Open play, and
like,
1 made the cut.
Yeah, and also like I always feel like the U.S. Open and the Masters are different.
Yes.
So I always feel like the majors are different because it is like it's not the amateur champion of the Dominican Republic, which I mean it could be. So like I'm not trying to talk down on anybody or anything like that, but I'm just saying that like it's usually like the U.S. amateur champion, and he's like some college stud is going to be on tour. Same with like the British, like any of the British amateurs, like they are plus handicaps.
Yeah.
Who just like it's not so much like they're just they're real up and comers. And I'm not saying that this kid isn't. He could be, but I just don't know how good the programming is for getting kids in the Dominican Republic to be to be worldwide golf tour players, champions. So I'm not. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. What's your prop bet?
A fish lands in a golf cart.
No.
A seagull flies away with a golf ball.
I swear to God, I'll write it down.
No. I'm trying to see what the course looks like from the sky.
All right. Well, I'll give you my prop bet. So there are 62% of the players in the field are American. That's 90 players in the field.
Yeah.
Are American, and 38% are non-American. And so my prop bet is a non-American wins this tournament.
A non-American wins this tournament. Okay. This is a nice golf course.
Let me
one hole. Okay, that's weird. Okay.
Let me put it this way: like 90 U.S. players, 6 Canadians, 6 Argentinians, 6 Swedes, 5 Dominicans, 5 Australians, and then there's so many countries represented.
Yeah.
But like 1 or 2, like one Northern Ireland.
I feel like that's not really can I just say that's not real? Like I would prefer it if you picked like an actual country
for a prop bet.
Well,
this
it's
is
50-50.
Not a long shot.
It's 50-50.
It's 38-62. It's 50.
So it's 40. It's 50. It's 40.
It's 60-40.
It's 60-40. You said 68-32?
Yeah, it's 38-62.
Yes, that's okay. So that's 60-40. Can you pick
It's
a
just a
continent?
prop.
Can you pick a continent?
Fine, I'll pick a North American player win.
All right. How about this? How many points is the prop bet worth?
250. The same as the long shot.
Okay. All right. Fine. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, do I want to prop bet what the cut line's going to be? Do I want to prop bet?
Yeah, prop bet the cut line. You can
Like,
prop bet.
do I prop bet like what the like how high the winds are going to be?
Yeah, you can do that. That's all prop bets.
Yeah.
You can prop bet over under the cut line.
I think the cut line is going to be -4. I think it's going to be sub -4.
Sub -4. That's your prop bet?
My prop bet is that all the caddies are wearing shorts. Not a single caddy wears trousers.
They always wear shorts. You've never seen a caddy wear pants.
I bet there's one caddy sponsored by Nature Valley granola bars.
Do you want the cut line to be your prop bet?
I just can't think of anything better.
All right.
It's like my prop bet. Every commercial break, there will be a commercial for the Dominican Republic.
No. 4 or under cut line.
I need to start thinking of better prop bets.
4 under or less. That's what I got.
How about no. This is my prop bet is it goes to a playoff.
Okay.
It goes to a playoff.
Playoff.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. What's
Yeah.
your low round?
20 low round 22.
No. Is that your score? Your final score is 22?
My low score is 22. Yeah. Safeway Open was
22.
21. I think people are going to be a bit more relaxed now that the US Open is over.
Yeah.
And I think a place like this, a course like this, beautiful course like this,
Yeah.
not a bunch of trees, but a lot of water. The fairways look wide open. A lot of sand. Yeah, I'm going 22 under, and then I'm going to say low score. Is it par 70? Is it par 70?
72.
Par 72. Then I'm going to go with a 61.
9.
I'm going 11 under.
11. You're right. I can't do math.
Yeah, I think 11 under. I think somebody's
For a
gonna
day?
basically- Yeah.
All right.
I think 10 or 11 under. Yeah, I think 11 under.
I'm totally opposite of you. My low score of the week is, or my low round is 6 under, and I think the tournament winner is 18 under.
Like I know, these courses are not designed to play hard. They're resort courses. They're designed for me, like guys like me and you, to go out there and play. Our handicaps are better, so it's going to be a course that's in pristine condition whenever you get to it. But like when I went down and played in when I played in Jamaica, like they played a PGA Tour event at White Witch, and like the course isn't any harder when I play it. And I'm just sort of like, I can see how these guys can go super low. When I went to Cancun and played at the resort course in Cancun, they played the Corn Ferry Tour there like 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
And they go really, really low on these courses because they're resort courses. They're not like, it's not like, oh, I'm an exclusive member and like my course is harder than your course.
Yeah.
It's a resort course where they're like anybody can play and have a good time. You'll see 18 cart girls, one on each hole. That's
right. Well, I tell you what, if Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club wants to fly us out there and we can test this theory,
yes,
we're in.
Yes, we're in. We'll send them an email. I've got to start sending emails to people and just being like, do you want us to come? And I'll bring all the recording equipment with us. We'll record beachside.
Beachside.
Yeah.
Right in front of your building.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
We'll record on the first tee and just We'll comment as people hit their first drives of the day.
That's right. We'll set up a little booth.
We'll set up a little booth on 18 and just be like, wow, he's got a 3-foot par for birdie. No, he's got a 3-foot par for birdie. Oh, just left lip. We should have told him to aim just an inch to the right.
Just an inch.
Just an inch.
All right. Well, that wraps up the Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship breakdown. You got anything else, Ben? I have nothing.
My main thing. Well, hold on. Let's see what Joseph has to say about this. Hey, Joseph.
Hello. How are you, Benjamin?
Good. You're on the podcast.
Am I really?
Yeah, you're on the podcast with me and Gunnar. No swearing.
Okay.
What's going on? Are you excited for Oh, you're not gonna be able to hear Gunnar, so I'll just relay what Gunnar says to you. Are you excited to see the Corrales Punta Cana Club and Resort Championship this week?
Actually, I'm totally unaware of it.
Okay, good. Perfect.
I wanted to get in on the DeChambeau conversation now.
Oh, okay. So what do you have to say about Bryson DeChambeau?
I think there's a possibility that he's going to draw as many people as Tiger did in a day, because people who are pure golf fans dislike him.
Yeah.
Because it's a very specialized sport. It's about putting. It's about precision. But when it goes to power, just like what they did, what the steroid era did to baseball, how it can
speaking my language.
Blew it up. I think DeChambeau can do the same thing in golf.
Sorry, hold on, Gunnar. What do you have to say?
Joe's speaking my language here. I think the steroid era increased the love of baseball, and Bryson's bringing steroids to golf. So I'm telling you, I'm totally in agreement. Let's juice the kids and hit bombs. That's what we're doing. I love it.
Gunnar agrees with you. He says we should juice the kids and hit bombs.
That's exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
You look at a guy like me. I'm 63.
Yeah.
I've been doing steroids for about 5 years now. I'm pumped up.
Yeah.
You're ready to go. You better start playing some golf then. You better go to the course with Uncle Steve and make it happen.
When it was about putting, I couldn't relate.
Yeah.
When it was about bombs, I can relate to it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I think the average golfer is going to enjoy it a lot more because it's gonna be Phil Mickelson showing up and hitting bombs all day long.
Of course, I can only get my backswing to about 45 degrees.
Oh, we don't call that 45 degrees anymore. Now that Bryson plays golf, we call that 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
That's how you know exactly how far he's going to hit it. All right. Thank you for your input. Joe, you were the first caller on the Swingdom. We appreciate having your phone call.
And I just have to add one more thing. I tried those Beltone hearing aids, and they are amazing.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you for connecting me with them.
All right. Perfect.
Thanks,
All right. Bye. I'll give you a call back in 10. Bye. There it is. There's our first caller ever to the show.
We need confetti.
We did it.
We did it. We have a caller. Perfect. I love it. Thank
all right.
you,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Beltone hearing aids. They're the best. Should we just do another? That's our read for Beltone hearing aids. So hold on. Short read again.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Joe says try those Beltone hearing aids because they're the best. Do you agree with them?
I agree.
Yeah.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
All right. I am exactly 6 days out from going on my big hike. That's what I'm doing in golf this week. Putting out videos for the YouTube channel. Check out the YouTube channel at The Swingdom on Instagram, Twitter. Send us an email. If you want to be a caller on the show, we can make that happen. Please just send us an email first and we can hook that up. So,
yeah, I like that. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. And next time I can set it up so we can both hear him instead of just me talking to him and you listening.
I almost prefer it that way.
Oh, okay, good. What are you up to in golf? Are you still prepping for the state championship with Gavin?
Yeah, that's on Saturday. So
okay.
We're just just prepping.
Good.
Yeah, just working hard, practicing.
Well, good luck with that. I'm still prepping the walk. I feel like my eyes twitching. I'm tired. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm prepping the walk. I got to go find more snacks.
Yeah, you do.
Like I said, we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Reach out to us, theswingdomofgolf@gmail.com, or reach out to us on our website, theswingdompodcast.com. You can find all of our videos, Instagram, and tweets on there.
Mm-hmm.
So just go to the website, theswingdomofgolfpodcast.com. And we hope to hear from you guys. The more you guys interact with the show, the more things we have to talk about.
That's right.
So thanks, Gunnar.
Thanks, Ben.
Good show this week. The Punta Cana Corrales champ. The thing is, normally I just say a million wrong names. I said that one right like 15 times. I didn't get any credit for that.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
Yeah, I was just going to call it like the Punta Cana Invitational. And you would have been like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
No one cares.
All right. I'm off to work.